What's up, everybody, and welcome to Vemma. Congratulations on making a phenomenal decision to, number one, better your health, and number two, change your financial situation. Guys, my name is Alex Morton, Royal Ambassador here with Vemma, and I'm excited today to share with you exactly how to build this business. This is going to be the Getting Started training, and I'm telling you, if you're watching this video really quick, grab a pen, grab some paper. You're going to want to take notes, and you're going to want to really listen to what these guys have to say, because we're about to teach you how to build a big Vemma business. So after you have ordered your affiliate pack, after you've gotten your app and website up and ready to run, okay, these are going to be the 4 core commitments that if you follow them, you can have massive success in Vemma. So with commitment number 1, let me introduce to you my good friend, David Carpenter.
Cool. Alrighty. All right. For those of you guys that just got started, the first and most important thing that honestly I feel like is the most important step in the whole entire business, because if you don't have this, you're not going to last. And that's the whole point. You guys want a business to last, right? Okay, so you should probably pay attention to this first step. All right. So your why. And this needs to be a deep emotional why. We talk about a why that makes you cry, something that will constantly remind you, because it's something that, Alex always talks about. It's not just rainbows and butterflies, man. You're just not going to wake up in a new Bugatti. So this thing needs to be planted in your head, a long-term, why and a short-term why. A short-term why could be getting out of your part-time job. Getting into a brand new car. For me, I wanted just to supplement my income and cut some hours, man. Make some more family, trips, make some more parties, have fun with your friends, time that will never get back, right? And then a desperate why could be your dreams, things that you've always wanted to accomplish, things that you need money, long term. So, it could be retiring your mom. Maybe it's to travel the world. For me, I want to be free, a sense of time freedom and also financial freedom, guys. So long-term visions for yourself. So, with that, that's step number 1.
All right. So, like he said, step number 1, finding that why. What's going to wake you up early in the morning and keep you going, throughout the night. Find that why to make you cry, like David said, perfectly, guys. So with commitment number 2, let me introduce to you guys Cody, Barton.
All right. So looking at the second commitment, this is one of the parts that a lot of people really overlook, because most people, listening in right now, you're thinking about in your head maybe a few people that you think that you could introduce this business to that it may fit for just them. But the thing is, when it comes to your list, the first 20 people that you introduce are like the people that you call when you get a flat tire on the side of the road. Like the people you call that are going to show up regardless, that are going to be there to support you. And let me let you guys know, when it comes to these first people you're introducing, think about the sharpest people you know. Think about the people that are driven, motivated, business-minded, that have a desire for change. Not that they need change, but they have a desire to change something in their life. Those are the first people that you want to put in your list to contact first, okay? And as you're creating your list, you want to have that initial first 20 written down, but then from there, you're going to want to expand to 200, 300, 400 plus people on your list and always be growing it. You're meeting people every single day that you could add to your list. Whether you follow up and invite them right away, or some of them you build the relationship for a little bit longer to later on invite them, add them to your list so you do not forget them. So with that, step number 2.
So, quick little recap. David talked about the why, the reason why you decided to, take that first step in your journey to success, finding that deep emotional why. Step 2 that Cody talked about, your list, pen and paper. Who do you know? People that like to make money, that like to be healthy. And who do you know that are influencers, winners, sharp, motivated people that have a desire for change financially in their life, guys? So with commitment number 3, let me introduce to you my good friend, Bradley Sarver.
All right. So I'm going to be talking about the invite. That's really the gateway skill in this company, in this industry. You want to be able to take, your list. You want to be able to take all that and actually begin to speak to other human beings about what it is that we do. Okay, so how do you do that? I can't really teach you exactly the words to use, but what I want to do is give you some concepts. Okay, and here it is. You want to think about it. When you start inviting people, guys, the invitation is really just a way to open the door to exposures. Okay, and in my experience, this business is all about repeated exposures. If that doesn't make sense to you right now, don't worry, it will. It'll start to make sense to you. But the invitation is just there to open the door to the exposure. So what does that look like? Okay, it looks like this. You want to find out if the person on your list actually cares about anything that we do here in Vemma. Does that make sense? We want to find out by inviting them the right way to see if these things are even on their radar, to see if these things are even, if they even care about these things at all. Because if they don't, it's going to be a much more difficult process. But what I've found is if you develop something called awareness, you'll start to become more aware of people in your life that actually do care about these issues. Now, when it comes to inviting them, there's a simple way to do it. For me, it's all about finding common ground with a person on your list. If you can develop something called rapport, in other words, it's something that's an old school word that our parents used a lot, okay? The word rapport, it basically means, some kind of common ground, some way that you can relate to the person that you're talking to. The ultimate goal is finding something you can relate to with a human being, and then positioning Vemma as a solution to that problem or as a fit in that person's lifestyle. Now, the only other thing I want to share about the invite, you guys, is that sometimes the first time you invite a person, it's going to be no, okay? Sometimes you invite a person, you could make the perfect invitation and they're going to say no. Many of us up here probably said no. In fact, all of us, I'm sure, said no. And so you have to, if you're just starting out, you have to understand a lot of people might say no at first. Remember, 6 to 8 exposures is what it typically takes before someone enrolls. So be patient, be willing to persevere, make repeated exposures over time, and you'll get them in your business. And then you got to teach them the same thing. So that's that.
So, quick little recap once again. Step number 1, finding that why, the reason why you're doing this business. Step number 2, making that contact list, pen and paper, 100, 200, maybe even 1,000 people that directly or indirectly, that want to change their life financially and also get, a lot healthier. And then number 3, okay, probably the most important step, learning that invitation process. If you can get people in front of these products, if you can get people in front of this information, they're going to get started. And last but not least, commitment number 4. Let me introduce to you guys one of my really good friends, Jonny Crosthwaite.
All right, so you guys just learned the first 3 steps. Step 4 is take action. You see, there's a lot of people in this business, guys, that can learn the compensation plan, they can learn the invite, the list, they can learn these commitments, but guess what? They do not take action. And the beauty about this business, guys, is it's not effort-driven, it's results-driven. You get paid in this by putting orders through the company. And in case you guys haven't figured it out yet, it's not your job to tell the Vemma story. You just started, you're new, your friends know you're not an expert. So take the pressure off yourself and put it on tools, like this video that we're making, right? Like this event that was here tonight at Verse Central, like your upline that's making income that can tell the story for you guys. So in taking action, what you're inviting people to is your first home event. Schedule your first home event in your first 7 days. It doesn't have to be 500 people like this. Don't worry about it, okay? The best events, guys, are done in a small room of 3 to 5 of your friends. You, and then maybe have an upline with a success story come in and share their story. If they're not there, have them Skype in. Also, set up your first strategy session with your upline leader so they can take you through the affiliate action plan, guys. And they're going to show you step by step how to get there. So one thing in closing, guys, before I wrap it up, right? You don't get wealthy in this business by doing certain things. Here's the certain things that you do right here. The why, the list, the invite, repeat, okay? But if everybody did that, everybody would be wealthy. But why isn't everybody wealthy? You don't get wealthy by doing things in a certain, you don't get wealthy by doing certain things. You get wealthy by doing things in a certain way. Alex Morton doesn't use a different system than we do. He uses this exact same one. But guess what? He does it in a positive mental attitude. He does it in an uplifting spirit that makes people feel excited and really happy that they even came to hear about this, guys. Think about it. Most people don't live positive lives. They're struggling. So be positive. Do this in the right way. And that's what's really going to excel your business to the next level. So with that, that's step number 4, guys, is take action.
So guys, with that, if you're watching this video, you just heard it, okay? Number 1, why? Number 2, the list. Number 3, the invitation process, guys. And then number 4, taking action. Apply these 4 steps into your life and into your business, and you're going to have a huge, huge, huge amount of success here with Vemma. Thank you guys very much.